Welcome back. And for everyone that's listening to this podcast, you may have noticed there's ads now. We were able to restart the ads because our podcast is wildly successful and we're just that good. I don't know. Is that like a blessing or a curse?
Debatable. I mean, blessing for us, probably curse for listeners.
Yes.
And that's going to be the topic of tonight's episode.
Mm-hmm.
Curses. Welcome to our podcast where we take deep dives.
Looking at various topics through a paranormal lens.
I'm glad you guys didn't say it was a blessing. If you both were like, yeah, it's a blessing. Yeah, that would have been a terrible setup. Because we don't plan this. We just like fucking, I click record and then we just
Do
start.
we actually plan anything in these episodes besides what the topic is?
Usually not.
Yeah.
We're just that
Usually
good.
not. It's just our thoughts, honestly.
Well, because like the whole conceit of the podcast is like, we always approach most conversations through a paranormal lens. So that's all we're doing is like, we're going to talk about this and let's do it through a paranormal lens. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
more. This is just how we are.
Mm-hmm.
And these are our thoughts.
If we're
But
feeling
there's I
motivated,
don't
we
know.
will do research, though.
Oh yeah,
Well,
we
I
do
mean,
research,
we
but
do
that doesn't mean
research.
we prepare a
Yeah.
script ahead of time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't prepare research for today because
Yeah.
I'm a slacker. Um, I mean, sounds like you guys like watched a whole movie on it or whatever.
Yes, but
Yeah, I
we
can't
won't
remember shit.
we were gonna rewatch the film. We were gonna have like a watch party too with you, but we didn't even rewatch it. And to be honest, the film just came out, so it'd be kind of shitty of us just to, like spoiler dump this whole film. But we will plug A Cursed Man. It just came out. You can rent it on. I know for sure we rented it on Amazon Prime. I believe other places you can rent it as well. Um, Very good film. Angela, you want to talk a little bit about
Very interesting film.
the film, spoiler free?
I don't know what to say that won't spoil it.
Well, I
I
mean
mean,
the main plot, like the log line
the
is.
guy just goes around the world purposely getting cursed and seeing what happens. So, and it talks about whether he thinks it's like real or not, or if it's like all psychological and goes into the science behind it, like parapsychology and stuff like that. It was interesting.
Yeah, this guy is
I
just.
don't even know what his stance is still at the end.
Well, you know what it is. You
Well, I
just
mean,
you can't say it for
it's
this recording
yeah,
because it will
but
spoil the whole ending.
Yeah, no, we don't do spoilers in this
No,
house.
and we
unless
also
you
don't do
want it.
curses.
No, we don't.
No.
No.
So that's why, like we were saying before, like we didn't do our homework necessarily. Like we did like basic research, but this will be one of those opinion episodes, not so much like how a curse actually works. We were saying like I was comparing it to like the podcast talking about like bombs and like people put a disclaimer like we're not telling you how to make a bomb. We're not going to tell you how much C4 to use. We're not telling you how much of your hair to put in your you spell, and we're not telling you how to curse people. This isn't a how-to. This is kind of just as I think, and you got the inspiration, Angela. You came up with this topic. You got the inspiration from the film, I
Mm-hmm.
believe, which was literally this guy. To reiterate, this guy went around the world saying, "I don't know if I believe in curses. Can someone curse me so I can have an
More than
informed opinion?"
once.
Yes, so I can have an
Many
opinion on
times,
this.
actually.
So that's kind of, and then the whole film is kind of his psychological journey on if
Yeah.
he believes that a curse is a legitimate tool, right? Is spiritual warfare, if that is a particularly effective and powerful tool that someone can use against another person, or if it's all psychological and belief.
Yeah.
Um, and again, we are not going to reveal what conclusion he came to throughout the course of his film. You have to go rent and watch A Cursed Man. But now we can hear our opinions on if we believe in curses. Uh, I was going to say ad free, but not ad free. You don't have to pay, but we do get maybe 2 cents for
Yes.
us sharing our 2 cents. So,
Two
with that,
cents is better than nothing.
Yeah.
that's the popular quote that people put on t-shirts. 2 cents is better than nothing.
Is that actually put on t-shirts?
I don't
Um,
never seen that before.
it's actually available right now on beyondtheafterlife.com.
Beyond the
Uh,
afterlife.
Anyways, we have in jokes already. We have ads and in jokes.
and
So
this is only the 3rd episode.
yeah. And like we have a backlog, so like we like barely released the first episode already. So it's like for us, it's
Yeah.
like okay, time is weird. Anyways, we haven't gone around the world uh, begging people to inflict curses upon us, but being in the paranormal field as long as we have, there's a lot of hateful people out there. There's a lot of people into the darker practices, into um, even not dark practice. Like not all curses are inherently
Yeah.
bad.
Not all of
Um,
it's
Mhm.
necessarily bad.
yeah, but what
It's
are your
dark when
thoughts?
people use curses for bad intentions, which sadly we do know some people who do that. They probably done it to us, but is that real or is it
What
not? Don't know.
you think you are cursed?
Um, you know who I'm talking about, but
No, no one else. You can't
we're
drop a
not
bombshell
name
like
Say
that.
stuff
dropping.
like
But this
that.
is just her
But
opinion. We're
everyone
just
listening to
talking.
this is like, what the hell are you talking about, Angela? You've said 3 words this entire podcast, and they are, I am cursed.
She
I'm
did
saying
You
not
know
say
who
those
I'm talking
words
I'm
about.
saying I
specifically.
might be someone may have tried to put a curse on me, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
But,
But I
w-
also don't know for sure.
okay, I'll do the business of explaining the context here, but then I have a lot of follow-up questions for you, Angela. Um,
Yeah.
so, long story short, there was an individual 8 years ago when we started that we crossed paths with that does dabble in uh, curses and darker things. And like Angela said, not all curses are inherently bad. It comes down to intent. This person's intent is bad and hateful. This is a hateful person we haven't even talked to or
Yeah.
let alone investigated with this person in years,
In a
years at
while,
this
yeah.
point. Just one of those people. For every one hateful and negative person in the paranormal field, there's 1,000 good people. But this person constantly post on their social media about their curses that they inflict on others. Their curses involve bodily fluids, where it is actually a well known and dates back. There's a lot of like hoodoo rituals and curses that kind of incorporate this as well. They will urinate in a mason jar and just infuse their urine with the most hateful, angry. They take it out every night and they scream in it. Ah! And then after a week, when their house is infested with flies, they will bury the um, jar of their own urine, and they also maybe put some belongings or things they associate with an individual they're trying to curse in there as well. And then they obsessively stalk the person, and every tiny thing is then brought back to the jar of their own urine that they screamed into for a week.
Yep.
Is this
Um,
really
That's
how we
our
want to
life.
start out this episode of the
Yes, it totally should
yes,
be.
I mean, because that's so not the direction I anticipated this going in, but alas, here we are.
podcast?
Now, like I said, there's various traditions and beliefs that incorporate bodily fluids, your own bodily fluids in a ritual. In the case of using urine, it is common. There's a lot of hoodoo beliefs, like I said, and other, um, others as well, that essentially you're demeaning the person, pissing on them, they're not. It's dehumanizing them. It's instilling that intent into the ritual with the intent of causing harm.
Mm-hmm.
Anything anyone has to add about this, or should we just
Yeah,
No,
let's just go on. We said all
let's
we
move
could
on.
about it.
okay? So, anyways, that's the context to which why Angela thinks this person that she encountered years ago that has a habit of doing this to, I mean, this
Other
person,
people.
like,
I
their
mean,
neighbors will
yeah.
come home playing music a little too loud and suddenly they're cursed. So that's why Angela thinks this person may have
As simple
cursed
as
them.
as
But
simple as that.
the point
But
being is,
here's the thing
No, I
though.
follow. You need to establish this. So there's a person that you know, Angela, or that you had a
Used
couple
to,
run-ins
yes.
with in the
Few
past.
encounters,
You,
yes.
yeah, you encounter this person that has a habit of using these ancient traditions and rituals and curses to infuse pain and to dehumanize others.
Mm-hmm.
Even if this person peed in a jar for you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How
That
can we
sounds
phrase
Make
very
this
it sound like
differently?
a
honoring when you
gift.
put it that
How can we
way.
phrase this differently?
Would you
Okay,
please?
even if this person sat down and said, "I'm going to curse Angela," does that work?
Well, that's the
Does a
thing.
curse only
Yeah.
work if they believe that they're cursing you? Have you seen any indication in your own life that might be like, I got cursed? Or is it just you saying, this person has a habit of cursing others, they might have cursed me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, does a curse even
Yeah.
work
Hmm.
if you
Here's the
believe
thing
as
though.
well?
I don't know if I believe in it. I think a lot of it is psychological, honestly. Um just because that one person believes it, how can it affect the other person if they don't believe it? Because, well, I mean, I guess that can be different for each person. But I view it as like kind of like manifestation, you know.
Hmm.
Your thoughts and ideas, if you try to manifest that happening, that's going to be your ideas. You're going to take steps consciously or subconsciously to make that those things happen, you know? That's practically what manifestation is. It's a very more psychological science type thing. It's not no woohoo shit like a lot of people think it is. I don't think so, at least. And I think that can also go into like curses too. That person is having these ideas, so maybe that person is subconsciously trying to make these steps to make that person's life miserable. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
like, how is that possible? Because I don't associate with that person. I have nothing to do with that person. I don't give a fuck about that person. How can their attentions impact me when like the person's out of
Yeah.
my life? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of agree with what you're saying because like I don't necessarily believe that if someone puts a curse on you that is real, that is what is going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm playing tug of war with my dog at the same time. um Otherwise she's just going to bark at me. But anyways,
Uh-huh.
Just like it's an apt metaphor for the spiritual tug of war of love and light versus dark and
um
evil.
so when I look at this from like my perspective of growing up being religious, it makes me think of like the power of prayer. The power of prayer holds like a lot to it, but
Mhm.
it's really putting your intentions out there, thinking positively, like praying for the best for that person, wishing them well,
Mhm.
and like it like I have seen some impacts in my life where that has to an extent worked. Is it because of the power of prayer? Is it because of other things? I'm not sure, but um I think it's putting that intention out there, and if
Yes.
enough people believe in it,
It
that
can
that
happen.
holds some energy.
Yeah.
And like we believe, like being ghost hunters and being in the paranormal field, we believe in energies. Like we've talked about vibes before and other things. We believe in the power of energies. So to think of putting energies out there that are either positive or in some circumstances negative, I think if there is enough of that energy put forward, that it could become an actual thing. But like you were saying, Angela, if you don't have that belief, if you're not putting your thoughts and energy into believing in it, you don't think it's real, then I don't think you're going to feel an effect from it.
Exactly. Because it's like, gosh, I don't remember who was talking about this, and their mindset with curses. It's like to make a curse real, that person needs to know about it. It needs to get under their skin for it to actually happen. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that's
Like,
kind of what I
and
was getting at. Like,
yeah.
is there any indication in your life that you were actually cursed, or were you just throwing that out as like a in joke that turned into a whole thing because we had to explain it to all the
I
listeners?
guess that. I mean, I never really had anything happen where I was like, shit, I'm cursed, you know, nothing
So,
Yeah.
bad happened. I mean, geez, I stepped on a piece of glass and bumped my head in the same week, and I was like, what the fuck is this all about having bad
Mhm.
luck day? But that's not no curse, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Um,
as Bree said, being ghost hunter. Sorry, I was giggling 'cause I just love the idea of like starting sentences now with like being ghost hunters.
Being ghost hunters.
We've encountered a lot of anomalous energies. I'm just like, oh, like what if, like, what's a
I
good
mean, how else do you
brand?
put it?
I'm not making fun. I'm just saying like I love it. Like I'm picturing like the movie scene like where it's like, or not even, or like a shitty like YouTube video or something where they cut to like the paid ad in the middle where it's like
Uh-huh.
them doing a native ad and like being ghost hunters. We have a lot of sleepless unrest at night. That's why we tried Monster Energy drink to keep
Oh,
the
should
monster
actually
Oh,
be
that
at
ghost
night.
reminds
energy
me, I
drinks,
left
not
my monster
monster.
in the fridge.
Well, no,
Oh,
that's a good point. Why is hunting for energy drinks late at night in a convenience store no different than looking for ghosts in a cemetery? Think about it.
I
Ooh, I
think
see
it's
some
different.
ghosts over there. Wait, wait, wait. Guys, there's a monster.
No, there's a ghost. Ghost energy drinks. You can't say monsters or ghosts. Unless you're cryptic hunting, then you can say monster.
You grab one out of the fridge. Here, Bree, catch a ghost.
Exactly.
Uh, but hey, I mean, the thing with that is that in energy drink hunting is you can actually find a tangible item, whereas in ghost hunting, that is not always like never the case.
Unless it's cryptid hunting.
Well, I was talking about
Jackalope.
ghost hunting, not cryptid hunting, Angela.
Well, taking it back to curses, it is interesting that it's like you need a tangible tether to it.
Hmm.
And it's
Hmm.
kind of interesting going back like on a more serious note. Um, using like pieces of yourself or the person you intend to curse. And that can go both ways too. I mean, when you want to manifest something good, um, what was that look, Brie?
I just realized that. Sorry, I'm using my microphone, and I've used my
Uh-huh.
headphones in the past to like be able to hear you guys. I've been wearing my headphones this whole time.
You took them out to hear us?
No, I can hear you guys without the headphones. I'm very confused.
Oh.
I'm my
How does
is
that
my
work?
is my microphone working? Am
Yeah,
I
it's
Yeah, we can hear you.
But are you hearing me through my microphone or are you
no,
hearing me through
yes, yes, no, yeah, yeah.
No, yeah, yeah, no, no,
Okay.
no, yes.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know.
yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
100% your
Oh,
microphone.
okay. I don't understand how I'm hearing you guys then, but it's fine. I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna take out my headphones.
Weird.
Cool.
Very weird. Um,
Cool.
so now you guys can't talk shit about me
You're
when my
learning something
headphones get
different
pulled out.
each time with
I'm
with
not
this
learning anything. I
with these
don't know what
things.
happened.
Anywho, Angela said this wasn't woo-woo, but I think it is a little woo-woo when you address the
It is
woo-woo in the
definitely woo
room.
woo.
Um,
What?
no, what I'm about to get at is like getting woo-woo.
Uh-huh.
And that is we were kind of talking about like intent and energy. Um, and when one person intends to curse and inflict harm on another, regardless if that person that they're intending to inflict harm on is aware of the curse or not,
Mm-hmm.
if they are a genuinely and consistently positive person that is doing spiritual work and kind of like what we do. I mean, we don't do a lot of witchcraft per se, but we do ground ourselves, we do protect ourselves. We each have our own different ways of
Mhm.
protection, right? Be it prayer or like a crystal or something. We do grounding, we do this stuff often.
Yeah.
We're in tune to negative feelings, strong feelings. Um, if if you just look at it like that, like bad energy comes to attack positive energy, what's stronger?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess if
I mean, I feel like maybe both are equal, honestly. I
they
mean,
can be, but I think what maybe you are trying to get at is like the power of intent determines how strong it is. I don't know if that makes sense.
So I mean, what I was like just wondering is like, is hate stronger than positivity just
I
natively?
wouldn't say
But
so.
they're just equal, and it's just how much of it do you have?
I mean, here's the
Yeah.
thing. There can't be a God without the devil. I mean, I feel like it's just equal to a
Mhm.
certain extent. There's going to be bad, there's going to be good, they're going to hit each other at the same level. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like that's my opinion personally. Like you want to think that good will always win, but that's
Mhm.
not always the case. That's why there's some people would say there's a spiritual warfare out there.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. You can kind of look at it like two buckets of water. It's the same water, but one has more in it, so it's heavier, and then it overflows, and then you're drowning.
Yeah. I don't understand that way that you're talking about
You
necessarily.
you don't
Yes.
understand the bucket method of communicating.
I think I just nodded in agreement, like, yeah, that makes sense. But also, I feel like I
But like
totally
I
didn't understand what you were saying.
yeah, same.
But it's the well-known
It
bucket
might make
method.
sense to
I
other
don't
people
think that's
though.
a thing, Ben.
It is on beyondtheafterlife.com where I buy my merch and t-shirts and afterlife retirement services for a bunch of locations that um, are over investigated. Anyways,
Wait, where is this? Never mind.
what?
I'm just confused where you're getting this from.
Were you on last week's podcast?
Yes. What am I
You don't
missing?
sound sure about this.
I was, but I don't remember this. Oh my god.
Okay.
I
You
need
might
to.
be cursed.
I. Hey, shush it.
I mean, it is kind of funny that you can never remember what we're actually talking about for the
Yeah.
podcasts until like an hour before. You're like, what are we talking about again?
I
Um,
can't. I can't.
Angela says, we're talking about curses. And then like every day for like a week, she's like, can't wait to talk about curses. Can't wait to talk about curses. Then we
What
go
are we
to
talking
record.
about again?
What are we talking about?
Oh god, it makes it look like I'm so fucking stupid. Sorry.
No, it makes you look
It's
cursed.
frustrating how I don't remember this stuff because it makes me look stupid.
we still love you, Angela. It's okay.
Ah, thank you.
At least you got rid of your mysterious papers.
Oh god, you remember that.
And then I posted what did I, oh, I posted like a snippet from the first one we just did and posted on Instagram and she's like, why did you pull the clip of me eating? I'm like, you were eating throughout the whole
I
episode.
was licking my fucking. Oh my god, I was
She was like,
licking my fingers, Ben. I was licking my fingers, and all of a sudden, I'm just looking aimlessly into the camera with one finger in my mouth. And you had to post that. I know no one saw it, but still.
well, here's the thing. Don't do that when someone's saying something that's is like a good thing. If like, and that was like mid sentence I like started it. So if like a sentence begins and you're like, this is a great thought, Ben might pull this for an Instagram reel because it's like clear,
Hey, how would
concise.
I know what you think is great and what isn't great?
When
You know,
someone says something really good, that's not about peeing in jars. So
I
now
think
this
that's
sentence,
really good.
when we're talking about urinating in mason jars, then you lick all the fingers you want. But when Brianna's talking about the power of prayer and good versus evil, get your hands out of your mouth and pay attention.
I can't.
Oh my god. um anyways, so I feel like we should maybe go back on topic. I
Yes.
don't know where we went or how we got here.
Listen, so here's the thing about curses. I think, and this might be a hot take, but I think too often than not on witch talk, hashtag witch talk,
Mhm.
curses and
Gotta love witch talk.
yeah, but there's a good and a bad side to all of social media. I feel like
Uh-huh.
people that curse and people in the witch community and people in the paranormal community will attest. Most people that curse and manifest and do stuff, like 98.99999% of them aren't doing it with any bad intent or a hateful intent. However, things like TikTok and Facebook and these algorithms, they amplify controversial and hateful
Mhm.
speech, right? So I
It's
feel
like they
like
glorify the hate in it, 'cause there's a lot I do come across, witch talk once in a while when there's this constant those type of videos coming through, and it's just, like, a lot of them there's a good amount where it comes through, and it's like, "Oh, how to hex and curse that
yes,
bitch that did you wrong," type of thing, you know what I mean? And it's
yes.
like, "Oh, okay.
And I
Cool,
feel
I like to hear the information how you're doing it, but, like, why? Keep that to yourself maybe.
yeah, and it's just like
Don't
I feel like like a way these people are able to these hateful people are able to use to game the system essentially, use the algorithms and use
Mhm,
their knowledge of witchy stuff and the occult to essentially get away with saying things that would normally go against community guidelines. Like if they just make a TikTok rant saying, I hate this person so much and I did this to them and I encourage all you to do blah blah to the ex that did you dirty and here's steps how to do it, it would get flagged immediately for hate speech or
mhm.
whatever. But then if you just frame it like that
Oh,
and
it's witch.
yeah,
Like,
you know
witchy
they're
stuff.
hateful in real life and they're actually doing it with the intention to cause harm, but
Yeah,
it somehow gets
usually.
past the system.
Yep.
And
Interesting how
most
that
of these
works.
people need therapy instead of hexes.
Yeah. That's
That's
so
just my hot take. That
yeah.
like they hateful voices are amplified when in reality most of most of what we're talking about isn't coming at it with that ill intent or place
Yeah.
of bad intent. And as people will
It's
probably tell
yes.
you, it takes a lot out of you to actually accurately curse them. Like if you actually want to curse someone, you need to get to a place of so much hate and desire to do harm. That's not healthy. People
Mhm.
are always cursing. There's very few people probably out there that are constantly cursing people, like actually cursing people.
You never know. There might be a lot,
Like
but I don't
maybe I
know.
just can't picture like how do you get to that point where you have that much like hate inside of you? We are able to get to that place where you infuse that much negativity, because just picture you guys focusing on an object, a singular object, and every day infusing it with the most hate and desire to cause an individual harm. Like a
Mhm.
specific, like get specific, specific
Mhm.
object, specific things you recite, like mantras in your head, specific people that you want to do specific things to. Imagine getting to that. How's that healthy?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like instead of putting that hate into it and trying to cause harm to someone while cursing, why don't you put that energy into it for that person that did you wrong to come to a realization of what they did someday instead of wishing them like death or harm or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mental like put that energy into hoping that someday that person will come to a realization what happened and how that person hurt you in your life instead. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Mhm.
I guess what I'm getting at too is
Because why
karma.
would you ever why would someone want anyone dead? Like I
I
just
know.
oh,
There's karma to it.
yeah.
When someone is just existing, right? No matter what they did to you, what you're doing is objectively worse based on the intent, of course, but like if the intent is to cause severe harm, I mean, it's questionable and debatable. I mean, subjectively, they may have, caused, quote, serious harm to you, and that's why you're doing this curse, but still, objectively, the curse is probably going to be worse. So, do you guys believe in karma? Because a lot of people believe when you curse someone.
I do believe in karma. I think what goes around comes
Comes
around.
around. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I
There's
think so too.
there's a lot of things too I see on like Witch Talk too when it comes up on my For You page. It's like go talk to the trees about what happened, what this person did wrong to you, and then they'll make sure they take care of it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know
I
if I
don't
believe that, but I
yeah.
think that's just a really cute thing.
I feel like we're also talking about curses, and like you said and we've said, we have nothing to do with like have taken part in curses, know how did they work, anything like that. I
Mhm.
feel like we also, because we aren't involved in that sort of community and we don't do those sorts of things, is we also don't see how, because I know sometimes curses and other things along those lines can be um revolve around some cultures, and I
Yeah.
feel like we're also like, our conversation is a little narrow minded because yes, we have experience with one person who has done curses,
Mhm.
but we don't know how what that's like in a different situation or a
That's
different
true. Yeah.
impact, because yes, in our brains, what society is us, curses are wrong, curses are bad, curses are evil, but also in other cultures they can mean a different thing.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
It's like it's what we're talking about is mainly just our experience is
yeah,
curses,
so
you know.
this isn't anything against people who
No.
do those sorts of things,
I mean,
and
like we said, there's also different types of curses too, you know.
exactly,
And
but
this is a nuance too that like the TikTok videos don't.
Yeah.
You don't get nuance
mhm,
on like Angela said. Here's a hex to curse your ex. That's
mhm,
like a little like slogan that
Mhm.
just gets amplified. Like that's rooted in some culture that's just totally taken out of context. And not
yeah,
all people can do all curses too.
no, absolutely,
You
I
can't just
know,
Google a random curse and just it
mhm,
works.
Mhm. It's
yeah,
not just words that you say out loud, you know.
mhm, mhm, yeah. So I don't know where I was going with that, but like I feel like with also what we're saying is we're still also open-minded about that side of things and not condoning or condemning anyone on either side.
Mhm.
Um,
No, I don't think I'm not coming at anything with a
yeah.
face of condoning or condemning. I'm just saying what when it comes to intent, when it comes to
Yes,
intent, what
intent is very important.
yeah, what's
And
what's gonna beat out the other? And it seems like when it comes down to the legitimacy of a curse, not if a curse is real or if the curse is coming from a place of good intent, bad intent, a place
mhm.
of culture and tradition, like all that is I don't think what I'm trying to get is
Yeah,
I think I'm
no.
trying to get it like if for me, the person that could be subject to a curse, does my belief matter?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, and yeah, I don't know, cuz like I was saying, from on my sort, like I think it's based on intent, but also
Hmm.
if you don't, it's a very very shadowy spot or gray spot, because I'm like, yes, it is based on intent, but also like I don't know. It's because I feel like if
You
someone has the intent to curse you and you don't believe in it, like that can hold power, but also at the same time, there's that possibility it doesn't. I don't know. It's unknown ground to me, but I guess I also
Yeah,
don't know that I've ever been cursed, so I wouldn't know.
that's
Well,
true.
there you go.
Like, how
Intent
would you
and
really
belief.
know if it is
Yeah.
it is curses like a real thing other than just
Hmm.
intense and
Yeah.
psychological type of thing?
And hmm.
Bec- And then I guess you won't really ever know unless you try to get into it and do some yourself, or if you know for a fact someone tried to do it to
Yeah.
you. I don't know.
I don't
I
know
don't
either.
know. So there's people who will swear by it, but
I think we keep just looping back to the same
The,
yeah.
the
same
same.
thing.
I think this is one of the very rare things that we just like agree on.
Yeah.
Like we have the
We like
same.
just don't know.
No one has any more or less of an opinion on the topic, and we all agree there's some combination of intent and belief in terms of if you can be affected by a curse. And ultimately, I guess that's the question, right? We're not here to
Hmm.
answer if curses are real or not, or how to curse, or what is a curse, and should you curse, or what's right, what's wrong. I think we agree that having the intent to kill or cause severe harm, there's going to be some karma that comes back to bite you in the butt. Let's just put it like that, right? So,
Hmm.
and that a lot of the hateful intent is just amplified in social media. But if a curse doesn't work on you because you don't believe in it, then is the curse even effective?
That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, think about it like this, and this is just conjecture, but if the person that is cursing gets closure out of doing said curse, regardless if it works on you or not, did it work? Did they get out of it what they wanted to?
That's true
That's a
too.
valid point. That's
So,
a
Yeah.
very valid point.
but again, it goes into intent. If their intent
Yes.
is I'm gonna curse this person so that they like if they get really specific, they're like, I want this person to go bankrupt by the end of 2029, and then they don't, then that curse isn't real.
Hmm.
But like if it's like yeah, again, intent there's so many variables here that we can't with especially with our limited knowledge, we can't make a sweeping statement on if these things are real or not, just how we would react to being in a situation where curses are very much real to others in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm. So I would think it's would be very interesting to hear from anyone who may know more than us or has experienced some of these things, what their opinions are, and uh, maybe even tell us some things that we don't know. Uh,
True.
so
Yeah, because
I want to become more knowledgeable in it, to be honest. Whether I do that type of stuff or not, I just want to be more knowledgeable, still.
you want to be able to curse.
No, not necessarily. And I want to be knowledgeable in it.
For what purpose?
Why not?
Oh, okay. Just because we're in this space and just an area that's
I
has this
mean,
newfound inspiration and
when you're
desire to
into the paranormal and stuff, I mean, I feel like anything that's all weird and supernatural type of stuff it would just be could come in handy, no matter what. And if you're more knowledgeable about it, then you know how to prepare about more things.
yeah.
mhm.
I also do recommend everyone watch A Cursed Man. That's available to rent currently. Definitely on Amazon, probably other places as well. We'll update the show notes with a more accurate how to watch guide for that film. Would any of you do that though? Kind of as we move into the wrap up, would you intentionally get cursed?
No.
So there is belief in
I
I
don't
curses.
mean,
know.
yeah, to
I
me,
feel like you could.
I feel like there's a certain extent to of belief in it because it's it's almost like the belief of not knowing and the fear of if it is real. So like I don't believe that a curse could hold any power over me. but
Yeah.
also at the same time, I have the fear of what if it does.
Yes. That.
So, in that extent, I would not purposely or seek out to,
I'm yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So,
just I'm just thinking back to how we were, and like how we have recently made changes and stuff like that. If we were where we were before, I feel like I would have just said fuck it. Yeah. I will just purposely get cursed. But now I have more clarity in things. I got the right people in my life and
mhm,
stuff. I know what's more important and stuff. I would say like no. You know what I mean?
mhm.
like yeah. There is harm in this world, and
I don't need to
I would
actually
just
seek that
I
out.
just wouldn't want to find out if it's true or not, you know.
Yeah.
As
The world
we
the world's terrible enough, we don't need that impacting
Yeah.
our lives.
Yep.
I think that's a really good sentiment to kind of have this kind of end on, kind of like with the possession tape. People come in thinking we're talking about possession and sensationalized, but we're just ending on a note of like hope and positivity.
Yep.
What I was getting at was like kind of like with that bucket analogy that no one understood earlier. Negativity and positivity is the same water, right? So whether you find proof that you need, in terms of what's out there. Is there supernatural activity out there? Is there paranormal activity? Are there ghosts, right? Whatever that is that you need to seek out to get that proof for you to get the answers you need right now, whether you get those answers through positive things or negative things, it's the same water. It's just a different intent, right? So we don't want to get our answers from that negative bucket. We want to go to the positive bucket. And it's going to be just as impactful and just as meaningful of an answer
Mhm.
Mhm.
as the negative one.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that's a great way to put it.
So that's been a fun episode of looking at water through a paranormal lens.
Water?
Yeah, I feel like this episode had too much to do with buckets of water and jars of urine.
Both of those topics were only brought up by you.
Actually, one of them by Angela.
Okay, but you further explained it.
I had to. You
So,
can't just like say I've been cursed. Like this is an episode about curses, and Angela just like in the first minute was like, "I might have been cursed by someone." Ha ha ha, and then just like didn't. You have to explain that.
I mean, I guess.
What would have happened if we didn't explain it? Like that's not even an in
I
joke. That's just like
People would
slap.
be curious, and then they would have to. I don't know. I feel like they'd be curious, and then it'd be a more like reason why they just keep listening to us.
True, we should have
Gotta
saved it for the end.
gotta keep a cliffhanger. You know what I mean?
1 year from now, we'll release the curse tapes.
The cruise.
There's one thing every year that we just like hold on to. Like last year, you watch Ben get possessed. This year, you watch Angela get cursed. Next year, you find out who won the tug of war match between Brianna and her dog.
Gotta stay tuned for a whole year to figure that out.
The tug of war tapes coming in 2027.
Jesus.
Oh goodness.
No. You mean 2026?
Nope, because that's 2 years from now.
Huh?
Next year's the
What?
curse tape. The year after that is the tug of war tape.
Oh, gosh, I see what you mean.
The year currently is. Are you okay, Angela?
I just don't see why we can't release all of it in the same year.
Gotta hold the suspense. That's why.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Damn. I'm like, I see you guys on Zoom on like face to face right now, but I don't even know who won the tug of war still. And I don't
Um,
like I
No.
was watching it, but I don't even know. Like I
Okay, we
just
can.
I
Tell
can't
us,
wait
and we'll
2
bleep
years
it.
for it, okay? I
We'll
can't wait
bleep
2
it.
years
Tell
for it.
us. Tell
Uh,
us.
so, um,
That was the longest bleep anyone has ever heard.
Oh gosh.
Which it's funny. I was thinking about like what to say at the setup of this episode, and I was gonna like just start like cursing, like shit, but then and, like make a comment about like this episode needs a lot of beeps. But I didn't say that, and it would have come full circle if I did, because we ended on one big ass motherfucking ass beep, and none of that's getting beeped.
oh my god.
It's more
Actually,
than
I
Okay,
might. I might.
maybe you should.
Okay.
while you're at it, bleep out mine then too.
You're what?
My curses. I only cursed a few times.
Do I have to bleep out all curses? This is an episode entitled
Yes, you have to
Curses.
bleep out all curses in this episode.
Even the urine shit?
Yes.
Should I just bleep
Just
out the word
imagine.
urine? Just
Uh, I mean, that's not a curse word.
I know, but
No,
it's a word associated with a curse.
no.
It would just be like
Holy fuck.
jars of bleep.
That would be such a mystery to everyone then. Don't 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 bleep that part out. People
We have
need to hear what
control.
that was.
We can everything we say is like on the record, but we can also bleep certain things. Like this is raw though, what we're doing. We're fucking oh shit. I'm not even doing this on purpose.
I don't believe you.
I think we should wrap while we're still ahead.
Yeah, better
Yes.
stop before things get stale and stagnant over here. Gonna end this Zoom. Gonna get dark, guys, and cold. Hope you can see.
Don't fall down the stairs.
People were like, what the hell? What are they
Okay.
talking about?
Um,
Check out beyondafterlife.com. We have all this as merch.
Are
You know
we
what?
done?
Yeah, sure. We can be done.
Okay.
Bye.